Hey there YouTube, California Prepper here. Just want to do a quick little vid on some stuff you can find rather cheaply for your preps on Craigslist or yard sales. I mean, I always keep my eyes open every time I see a yard sale or something, and I always keep my eyes open because you never know which wife is getting rid of her husband's stuff or all this crap that's been taking up the garage forever and she's finally getting rid of it, or exes, divorces. You never know the case. You can find some cool stuff like that, and it's usually rather cheap. I'm not trying to say women don't know anything about their stuff, but they usually really don't care. If they can get 20 bucks for it, they're happy, so they're just happy to get it out of the way, and I can't argue with that. So with that being said, here's a couple things I found on Craigslist and or the yard sale, and we're going to get going through them. First off, we have a Fiskars 14-inch hand axe or hatchet. I'm a big fan of wooden hatchets because in a SHTF or something, if you break your handle and you have to re-whittle yourself one or something, these cannot be rehandled. The fiberglass is formed into them, and unless you have a way of forming fiberglass, you're not going to be able to make yourself a handle. So you're going to be kind of screwed. So unless, like I said, unless I get stuff for steals off Craigslist, I usually don't like to buy used because most people cut $5 or $10 off it, but I'd rather just pay full retail price for something that's brand new. So I only shop on Craigslist. I look around on there just for steals because sometimes, like I said, you get those people that really don't care and they just want a little bit of cash, get it out of their way, get it out of their kitchen, whatever. So I picked up this Fiskars hand axe. I think the guy wanted 15 bucks for it, and I talked him down to 12 delivered to my front door. So you can't go wrong there. I looked this up, and it's about a $36 to $40 hand axe, depending on where you go, and very sharp. And for the money, you really can't beat it. Came with this little sheath type thing it locks into. I'm not really sure if that's like a belt sheath. I think it's more of something just to hang it up in the store and a little convenient for them. So next up we have a Eddie Bauer Survival Canteen that I found on Craigslist. I got it for 12 bucks. I think I gave the guy a couple extra dollars because I was rather excited to get it. But then come to find out all the things that he advertised were not in there, so I was kind of bummed about that. But like I said, you get what you pay for, and apparently I was paying for a little bit more than I thought I was getting. It came with this nice little survival whistle waterproof container. It has a compass on the end, and on the inside it has a signaling mirror, has this little grommet to make sure it's waterproof, and it was supposed to be filled with storm-proof matches, wind and waterproof matches. But when I got it, the matches were gone. And that was actually what I was most excited about because I didn't have any at the time. So that was a cool thing, and I was stoked. So I threw in a couple extra bucks and got home, and they weren't there. I was a little disappointed. I texted the guy, and he said, "Oh no, I put everything there, but they weren't here." And then he just quit texting me, which is, it's fine. You know, it's not that big of a loss, but it's the principle. It also came with this nice little flashlight. Not the nicest little flashlight, but in an emergency, it's actually aluminum. Came with a nice little survival blanket. I have about 30 of these now, but you can't have too many of these. I mean, I keep at least 3 or 4 in each of my bags, just in case, you never know. Also came with a poncho, which I'd like to get a couple more of these. I know you can get like 3 or 4 packs at the Dollar Tree for $1, and they work rather good. It also came with this little Eddie Bauer backpack. It has some straps on the back to where you can hook it to your belt if that's what you're into. Don't know why you'd want a little mini backpack on your belt, but you never know. If that's all you have, it's a little sheath for a knife, whatever. You can fit all this stuff on your belt. Cool stuff. You're good beans. Came with some alcohol swabs, some band-aids, like a strip of gauze. So this isn't really a big first aid kit, but it is something for a scraped knee, whatnot. I need to throw some Neosporin in here for my kids. Also have a brand new little thing of AAA batteries that I keep in here just for the flashlight. So it was a pretty cool little kit. I mean, for 12 bucks, I paid I think 14 or 15 for it. It's not bad. Next item I have up here is these binoculars. I got these from my buddy. He had a yard sale, and he actually gave them to me for free. I don't have a pair of binoculars, so you can't argue with free in my book. Pretty nice binoculars. They're not like I said, they're not the best. They're kind of a little beat up. They're old school, back from the 80s or 90s. They're still all metal before any of this plastic crap came about. They're actually made by Zenith, the electronic brand, and they still focus great. And there's some pretty cool binoculars for free. You can't go wrong there. Next up is an item that I found. A guy was, I posted an ad on Craigslist, and I got a response, and it actually turned out that I knew the guy, and he was just looking to score a quick 20 to throw some gas in his truck and get something to eat for lunch, and he was answered back an email I had, or an ad I had out for some knives, and he had this USMC K-bar, and he only wanted 20 bucks for it, and I already had a K-bar, but I really wanted another one to put in my wife's pack, so turned out to be a blessing in disguise right there. The only thing wrong with the knife is it is a little beat up, just right here, you know, to the paint, which to me, a tool isn't about how beautiful it is, it's about getting the job done, and if it can do the job, that's all it needs to do. Like I said, it is a K-bar. The only thing that's wrong is it has a little bit of play right here in the finger guard. The cap is very tight, which is awesome because my other K-bar has a wobbly cap, but the finger guard is tight, which I would rather have a little bit of play in my finger guard than that wobbly cap. Kind of drives me nuts, but it hasn't messed with the knife's reliability yet. So, and I don't really think it will. It's just something that kind of bugs me because I'm OCD about it. Next up, I picked this up from my buddy's yard sale also. It's a Daisy Red Ryder, just like the one from the Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out. I think it's a 1938 B model. I got this for my daughter. I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 3.5-year-old son. And when I picked this one up, I got this. This is a Craftsman 760 Pumpmaster 760. I got this on Craigslist for 10 bucks. Some college kid was he even had it miscategorized. It was in the household goods. So he put this up there, and I ended up getting this and this thing of BBs, of 2,400 BBs. There's a few guns, so probably about 2,000 BBs, and the gun for 10 bucks. And the deal about it was, I think it was like a 2-block walk from my house, so I just walked right down the street, picked it up from him, and turns out great. There's not a single thing wrong with it. The only thing I'd like to do is get a little scope for it, and I'd be ready to go. So I told you that story to keep going with my other story, which is I got this gun because my 4-year-old, ever since I've got this gun, my son and my daughter are big preppers already. They have their own little bug out bags, they have their own little gear, they love camping, they love the outdoors, which is amazing. I love that they love that stuff because that's where I spent most of my time growing up. So I'm happy that they love it just as much as I did. So now she's so stoked because this, my son would call, "Oh, that's my gun, Daddy." Every time Daddy'd be cleaning his guns, he'd, you know, can I get my gun? So I'd hand him this one. You know, I don't let him go shoot it or anything. They can't even pull the trigger by themselves. But I do let them consider it their gun for when they get older. So it's going to be great for teaching them, you know, beginning how to plank, you know, how to aim, how to handle a gun safely. Because that's the great thing about BB guns and pellet guns, is they are a gun, so they do have to be handled with care and responsibility. But they're not deadly to where if they mess up, they're gonna blow their foot off or blow their head off. They're, you know, yeah, it's gonna hurt, and they're gonna learn from it, and that's a great part about it. You don't have to really worry as much. Yeah, you can still get hurt. They're still deadly, but not nearly as much as a firearm. You guys understand where I'm going with that. So these are a great tool to use to teach your kids beginning gun safety and responsibility around firearms and that sort of thing. Pellet guns have always been a great tool for me. I remember when I was younger, I loved shooting my neighbor's BB gun and pellet guns. I wish my mom would have allowed me to have one, but she was a little weird on that. She'd allow me to ditch school and everything else, but I couldn't have a pellet gun in the house. I don't understand. But that's neither here nor there. And we're not talking about parenting skills. We're talking about stuff I got from the yard sale. And this is going to about wrap it up. Also pretty cool stuff. All got them for really good deals. Like I said, I got this for 20, 10, 10, 12, 14, and free. So you can't go wrong there. I mean, all this stuff on here is what, less than 50 bucks. So thought that was a really good deal. Just want to kind of share some of the stuff I got with you guys, and just let you know, keep your eyes out. You never know. Like my buddy's yard sale, I had no idea that this would be out there. There was just a bunch of women's clothes and this and that, and you know, I started helping and put it away, and bam, this was laying right there on the grass. You know, this nice little Red Ryder for my daughter. So 10 bucks, couldn't believe it. He was gonna give it to me free, but his wife was sitting there, so he said, 10 bucks. So, but I'm really happy that I got it, and I'm really happy with all this stuff. So hope you guys check this video out. Hopefully you guys keep your eyes out, and maybe show me some of the cool stuff you guys have found at yard sales or on Craigslist. So that's going to wrap it up. California Prepper, out.